I'm going to be talking today about the company I work for. It's not a bad company. I don't think it's a bad company. To an extent, I think that a lot of the stuff going on is just corporate BS, and it is what it is. But I work for a company called Casey's.
I love this!
Casey's General Store. Oh, I hope this is the right one. Oh, it is. Okay. But I work for a Casey's General Store, and I'm getting so fed up with their corporate bullshit. I'm also getting fed up with my general manager loving to talk smack behind people's back and take the credit for what other people do, their hard work. I catch her in blatant lies. Now, am I the most ideal employee? No, but I know what I'm doing in a kitchen, and apparently today I was told I don't make pizzas properly. I don't make pizzas properly, is what really triggered me. That, and also her dumping all of the cleaning tasks onto my shift, which is second shift, saying this needs to be wiped down, that needs to be wiped down, the doors need to be wiped down, the goo needs to be removed from the windows, all that. And it needs to be done by Monday. Cool. Now, on my shift, usually runs only 2 people. We are lucky to get that third person. Boy, if you out there, I will come and slay you real quick. My spicy katana is weak. She wants this all done by Monday. Cool, we can do that. But why is
Watch
it that
it.
it's
Speedy
only
coming through.
my shift that you're talking to about this? Why don't you talk to your shift about this? It makes no sense, because on my shift, like I said, I only get 2 people, me and somebody else. Lucky to get that third one. Lucky to even have my other person show up for their shift. I probably need water.
Feeling refreshed.
Which lately, hit and miss. Now, I show up when I'm scheduled, I stay late if needed. I show up, I do my job, and then I go home. It is what it is. You want to fight, boy? It is what it is.
Something bad's happening.
1 second. Die. Punk ass. Oh no, I'm just dying of poison. But yeah. How do you want me to get all this done with just 2 people? When you schedule probably 4 or more people on first shift. And what do? Sit around talking. That's all they ever do. Is sit around and talk. People
Like
watch, as
enough
they like
nerves,
to
I
say.
guess?
And then put the blame onto my shift, saying this didn't get done because second shift didn't do it. But been getting very annoyed because it seems
Aw,
like no
man.
matter what we
I wish I
do,
had a hoop
it
so I
isn't
could
good
dunk some
enough.
of those spiderlings.
It isn't good enough. We all had to get recertified on how to make pizzas the proper way. Because, you know, the way we make pizzas isn't proper. Now, I've worked at Little Caesars. I've worked at Zio Giano's. And I've had no complaints about how I make pizza or how the pizza was made. I have customers coming up to me telling me, specifically, I make the best pizza in this district. They rather come to my store knowing that I'm getting my butt handed to me and I am mad and angry and not at them. but trying to manage things while getting my butt kicked. Go away, mosquito. I legit have customers saying that. I have people coming up to me and telling me, thank you, and I know you've probably never been told that before. I have people feeling sorry for me. I have people seeing it in my eyes, knowing that I am having a stressful day because I'm the only person in the kitchen and there's only one other person up front, and we got to do all this stuff, and they can't even lift a finger to help. My GM gets mad. I only take 2 vacations a year. Around Christmas time, so I can spend time with my family. I take vacation halfway through the year, so I can reset my mind. Shut up before I kill you. So I can reset my mind and get my thoughts straight. Every time I get 2 days off, I come back, something new's changed. Oh, we're doing it wrong, it needs to be done this way. Corporate says so. Now tell me why, when my GM retrained me to be recertified on how to make pizzas, she did not know what she was doing and counted the pepperoni wrong, because pepperoni is supposed to have 33 slices of pepperoni on it. Now I counted when she was making it, and it wasn't 33. It was about 30. A little under. Now, I'm not gonna insult whatever. Like, you made a pizza. Customer happy? Sure. Awesome. Move on with the day. But the Casey's way says, oh, it needs to be like this. It needs to be specific. Okay. But when you're also telling me that it needs to be done this way, and then you change it up the next week, I don't understand what you want. This may just seem like some random tangent, but this is stuff I've been bottling up for a while now. Now tell me why all that stuff gets set onto second shift, the shift I'm on. I only get me and my other person to do everything that they want. I gotta clean up their boxes in the back room because it's scattered everywhere all over the floor. I gotta clean up their trash. I gotta clean up their front registers because they leave boxes, they leave trash everywhere. They don't do the outside trash for us before they leave. Every shift is supposed to do trash before they leave. And yet I come in and all the trashes are full. I go by the dumpster, there's trash scattered everywhere. Make that make sense. I'm supposed to clean up after you, not get overtime, but I'm supposed to clean up after you, do my job, clean up after myself, make sure I get out on time. And the only argument my GM likes to make is, my bonus, Jake. You don't understand. My bonus. This affects my bonus. Who gives a shit about your bonus? I don't. I am the lowest manager on the totem pole. I do not get a bonus. We have all complained about you to corporate. And yet,
Armor protection, engage.
nothing gets done about it. It's all our fault. You know, it's always going to be our fault. Do I not have a bubble helmet? I guess I don't have a bubble helmet. It got lost in the mix. Out the door, just like how I want to be with this fucking job. Now mind you, I've been here for 4 years. My GM, about 2 years with this store. I don't know how long she's been with the company, but I could care less. Now, she likes to talk smack about other people behind their back. And it seems like she's only targeting certain people and getting mad at them, when she'll just come talk to me quietly and calmly. Well, this needs to get done, Jake, and this needs to get done. Why are you talking to me calmly, and then yet you're yelling at my other worker, who is also a manager, saying, oh, well, if this doesn't get done, I'll just do it myself, because I do everything myself. Duh, 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 duh. It's hard when you skeleton crew us. You skeleton crew us every week and expect so much more from my shift than you do yours. You make it a point to throw us under the bus when things don't go right, when corporate does their check-in every week, because apparently they need to check in on our store every week, even though we are considered one of the best stores in the district. And yet, we are not living up to their standards.
Watch it. Speedy coming through.
Apparently, we don't live up to their standards, we aren't doing our job right, and then our GM wants to throw us all under the bus saying we just aren't, cut out to be Casey's employees. Sure, I've been here for 4 years, ma'am, and this is all BS in my mind. Like, whatever. I am getting to the point where I'm about to crash out on everybody and say, keep my name out your mouth. GM likes to talk smack behind everybody's back, telling me I don't know how to make pizza right, even though I worked for 2 different pizza companies besides Casey's for several years. Been in and out of kitchens for more than about 14 years. Been a kitchen manager for a year. Been assistant kitchen managers for a couple years. Been shift leads for a couple years as well. This is why I didn't want to take management there, because I knew whatever we do wouldn't be enough. And it never is, and it never will be. Now, she also wants to complain about how many hours she works. Ma'am, you make the schedule. You make your hours. And don't lie to me saying, well, I can't make the schedule, I can't touch the schedule. You can revise the schedule. Because if you don't revise the schedule, guess what? There are gaps. There are gaps that I find and then confront you about it, and you're like, wait, what? I didn't know about that. It's because you don't revise the schedule. And I've told you this multiple times to revise your schedule. Because tell me why the lowest manager on the totem pole is finding these gaps and letting you know. One day I walked in and I told her, ma'am, you do know you had me coming in at like 6 o'clock in the evening, right? She just looks at me with a dumbfounded look and goes, wait, what? Then who's in the kitchen till you get here? I'm like, it's you, ma'am. You're in the kitchen till I get here. That can't be. I can't do that. I'll be working in a longer shift. I can't do that, Jake. I'll be in at 4 then, ma'am. Tell me why I am the lowest manager on the totem pole, making contingency plans if things go sideways, i.e. if somebody doesn't show up for their shift and stuff like that. If nobody shows up for their shift, I have a contingency plan. I have backup. I have to make sure that this is, like, for an example, happened actually probably last week. Fuck off, Spider. My contingency plan was you might kill me. Fuck off. My contingency plan was, if this person did not show up, would my prep cook be willing to stay? Because we are also 40 hours under budget, so we have hours to work with, and he is not hitting his full 40. I already talked to him, saying, for these couple days, if she does not show up, would you be willing to stay? He said yes, we had it all planned out. What does she do? She ends up sending him home, only to find out that the person who was supposed to show up didn't show up, and then saying, great, now I gotta work it because I'm not gonna call him back because that's not fair to him. When I already talked to him about it, he said yes, and you couldn't wait the 10 extra minutes or say, hey, we are 40 hours under. Either way, why not stay and get some hours and help around? Like, even if she didn't want to do that, she could have stayed the 10 to 5 extra minutes, given her a call, and if she didn't answer, there's your answer. She's not coming to work. Hey, would you be willing to stay? I mean, it was already determined, but no. You couldn't keep up with that plan. It is frustrating when I am the lowest manager on the totem pole and I'm coming up with backup plans when my GM won't. I remember I went on a tangent about vacations, so I'm going back to that. Now, she got mad that I took a 5-day vacation because I needed to reset my
Watch
brain.
it. Speedy coming through.
Like I said, I only take vacations twice a year, and that's it. Usually I work the holidays, every holiday. But she complained when I took 5 days off, saying she needs to use her vacation time. She has so much vacation time that she hasn't used. She needs to start using it before it gets lost. Ma'am, you've taken 5 vacations in the past couple months. You've taken more vacations than anybody else I know. And yet you get mad at me for taking a vacation. Saying, well, I have nobody to cover your shift. There's nobody that can really cover your shift. Ma'am, tough it out. Sorry, not sorry.
I mean, I feel that. I'm gonna need about 300 clay, but I feel that. Where the fuck are these napkins at? But then I love it. Literally, as I'm standing back here looking, you know, we're all the incompetent ones and deserve to be fired. But as I'm looking, we don't have any extra large lids. All of our other lids are running kind of low. Drink cups, we've got a box, or maybe half a box of each. Like, our truck deserve to be fired, but then I love it. Literally, as I'm standing back here looking, you know, we're all the incompetent ones and deserve to be fired. But as I'm looking, we don't have any extra large lids. All of our other lids are running kind of low. Drink cups, we've got a box, or maybe half a box of each. Like, our truck order didn't come in for shit, apparently. I mean, like, I know I wasn't here for it, so I don't know exactly how it was, but like, if we're so incompetent, why is our GM doing such shitty jobs on the order? Or, my bad. I misjudged there. I accidentally put them in the wrong slot. We are out of medium lids. The drinks that we are selling at 94 cents that everybody is coming in for, we have no more lids for that. What's in the dispensers is all we have left until Wednesday.
Gotta love it. Because we're all incompetent and we can't do our jobs properly and we're all idiots. And apparently need to be terminated. And that's what her husband says. And he has no stake in the game because, you know, he can't even control his own home life. And I'm not even going into that on that one. Like, control your fucking wife first before you start spouting other shit to other people. So yeah, that was also one of my friends who works with me.
That tastes really good.
And that's his whole take on it too. Because, you know, apparently my GM's husband also has some stuff to say, i.e. saying that we're all incompetent and need to be terminated. And saying that, oh, we call her every day with some BS. And let me tell you this. I have learned to never call my GM. Because if I'm calling my GM, she's going to spaz out, freak out, throw a fit, saying, I can't do this, I'm not doing this. Ma'am, you're the GM. You don't have a choice. You signed your life away when you decided to take that position. And as he said, our orders are getting fucked up because you're not, and I will say this again, revising anything, looking over anything. You're not delegating anything. I mean, you're delegating your work to other people. And we're the incompetent ones? You want to talk about incompetence? You're the GM, and you have your central store assistant manager, or your central store manager, doing your job, i.e., onboarding new hires, pushing their application through, you know, doing the stuff you're supposed to be doing. Now, when we got recertified to do our, pizzas, to get retrained and all that, she had to show us how to make the pizza and then sign off on it. Now, I was told by my buddy, who you heard in the video, that she didn't even know how to do that properly. She didn't know how to sign off on it, had our assistant central, a manager, sign off on it because she didn't know how to. Does that tell you what incompetence who's really incompetent here? You don't know how to onboard people, you don't revise your schedule, you just push the button and let the AI make the schedule, and then you get mad when there are gaps and we figure out there are gaps and we tell you about them.
Watch it. Speedy coming through.
That sounds like incompetence to me. Like, you're telling me I don't know how to make pizzas properly. You're telling me that I don't know how to do my job when I come in every day like a bat out of hell. I gotta make the warmer food. Keep that all full because they want us to have one of every pizza in there now. Saying we're not making enough. And then when we do it, when we make what they want us to make, oh, you guys have too much waste now. Make up your mind. But you're telling me I don't know how to do my job? When you don't know what you are doing, you are letting the scheduler do its own thing by not revising it. You are fucking up orders. You are constantly yelling at employees in front of customers. You get into fights with customers. And I want one of my employees to send me a video because I will post it. And it's a video of him, can't see anybody, of her yelling at him, and he has a calm, cool, collected voice. Now, she wants to say she does all this, but she can't do anything else because her back, the chiropractor said her back. Tell me why one of my second shifters had a stroke recently and still is doing his job. Does not make sense to me. Does not make sense to me. It does not. This is just a whole tangent and a lot of emotions and a lot of thoughts and feelings that I've had bottled up for a while now. And I just need to get them out. Mind you, I don't expect anybody to see this. I don't care if anybody sees this, really. But I just need to get this out so that I can feel better a little bit. And so that I'm not bottling it up and being a rageaholic, I guess. This job makes me want to drink again. And I've been sober for about 6 years. I also have been going to this Casey's for about 6 years. Well, actually, I've been going to this specific Casey's, the Casey's that I work at, because it's only 5 minutes away from me, for years and years and years. So I consider that store my store. You know, was a customer, was a loyal customer, would go there almost every day to get alcohol when I was an alcoholic, to get food, to get gas, to get cigarettes. And now I'm an employee, and I really see this company's true colors. Oh, the customer's always right. The customer's always right. Yeah, the customer's always right. Sure, that is the thing. Yes, customer can always be right. No, is the customer right? For example, I was belittled, and I remember the dude's name. I'll always remember his name because I still see his ticket from time to time, and it's frustrating because I have to make your food no matter what. And I'll do it. I'll make your food. I don't care. But I remember making your food one day, and it was snowing, blizzarding out actually. I remember making your food, getting a call from you saying, "My pizza was cold. I want to know what you're going to do about this." Now, granted, did I handle this pretty well? Not really. Because the fact of the matter is, he started to belittle me. He said the pizza was cold when it got to him, and that's my fault. Even though we have this little warmer we put our finished pizzas into so they don't get cold, that they stay warm. Now, I was belittled by this man who said he was a veteran. Yes, a veteran. I was belittled by him, saying the only job I can get is working at a gas station because I am a loser who didn't graduate high school and didn't even bother to get a real job. Now, I applied for Casey's. After I got sober, I went to a mental hospital because I had a mental breakdown. I was drinking heavily every day. It got to a point where I had thoughts and was willing to want to act on them and had plans to. So I told my mother I need to go. I need to go somewhere where I feel like I can be safe. My drinking was getting heavy and I could not control myself anymore. And I needed to fix myself. So I did. I went and sought help, got help. Fuck off, Amoeba. And after that, came back home. Applied to the Casey's. Got a job there. Everything was fine. Mind you, the store that I worked at was considered an A store when I got hired. And continued to be an A store after my first GM left. And then after my second GM left, was still an A store until the new GM, my current GM, came into power. Now, when my current GM came into power, we lost our A ranking. We went from an A to a C, and no longer a training store. Now, to me, something don't seem right there. And it's been mostly the same staff. Yes, our overnighters keep changing because for some reason I swear our overnight is cursed. Which I think we should just cut it. Cut overnight. Because at this point, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to have an overnight when can't hold a staff for it. when everybody we hire for overnight is either clinically insane, a thief, all of the above. This is just some things that have been on my mind. Like I said, I am so fed up with this company that I am so tired of coming in, even after having 2 days off, knowing I'm gonna get my butt either chewed out for something I didn't do because I was gone for 2 days, or for the amount of waste that gets thrown away because nobody pays attention to the timestamps on the goddamn product. They only pay attention to the date. Which leads me into Stereotech, our version of a health inspector. One of the more stricter versions of a health inspector. They want everything to a T. Clean, wiped down, understandable, boxes closed, all this. Can't have rags on the counter. Can't have this, can't have that. You want it to a T. But you apparently don't care about the timestamps on the food.
There's another aphid.
You read the date saying, hey, this is going out today. Okay, check the timestamp. It doesn't matter. It needs to be thrown away. So you mean to tell me that a product that was made at like 10 o'clock at night goes out today, later tonight, you want me to throw away right now? And then you want to complain about, why do the mosquitoes want me going? And then you complain about waste. Same thing with the fucking warmers. You want me to have all the pizzas represented in there and not have so much waste? Well, I can't force people to buy pizza. Not like I'm gonna chase somebody down like, hey, you buy pizza now! I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. And yet you guys complain about waste. You guys are a multi-million-dollar company and you're complaining about money. You're complaining about a store that is about, the building's pretty damn close to about my age, and I'm like 33. It is younger than me, but it is close to my age. You're complaining about the building being in shambles. Okay, then fix it. Like, my ceiling is fucking leaking in the kitchen and up front. You guys have not yet fixed it. My prep table, when it gets extremely humid, starts to leak from the back. Especially if left open to where I come in at my shift and the first thing I check is the corner where all the water starts to pool because nobody pays attention. And I told everybody to keep it closed when you're not using it, otherwise this happens, and that's what up several points from Stereotech. I.e. the most strictest fucking health inspector in the world. And yet they won't check timestamps. Now, I thought it was funny because I walked in one day after busting my ass, cleaning, scrubbing, doing all this. Stayed late till about 3 o'clock in the morning. Only to walk in to have my GM look at me and say, we had the health inspector come by today. Not Stereotech, the actual state health inspector. Okay, cool. What did he say? He said, we are good. Everything's good. Everything that we've been keeping up on, we need to keep doing. And yada yada yada. That we are good. That's the state health inspector saying that. Now, do I believe Stereotech will say the same shit? No. No, they won't. They 100% won't. Because apparently, the scoring system they give, the lower the number, the better you are. So a 0 is you're perfect, Anything above a 10 is fucking disgraceful. No. They're minute shit like having a sanitizer bucket to where the customers can see it. I agree having a sanitizer bucket and making sure that it's getting changed out every couple hours is necessary to make sure that you're cleaning properly with proper equipment. I agree with that. But why does it need to be where the customer can see it? If the kitchen was closed off, the customer wouldn't be able to see it anyway. So
Thirst
why does it matter?
emergency!
Yeah. Fuck it. Oh, I do have some.
Hydration is the key to performance.
So why does it matter if the customer needs to see my sanitizer bucket? Also, the place they wanted to put the sanitizer bucket, which is chemicals, is right next to my sandwich line. Why? Or on the sandwich line. Or on my prep table. Those are the spots they wanted. Why is the sanitizer bucket on my prep table where food goes? That does not make sense to me. That does not make sense at all. But if we don't have it to where the customer can see it, that's the point. All the boxes need to be closed due to the dust particles getting into them. That's the point. Every fly that they see is 3 points. Every fly. Our store is 24/7. That door constantly opens. Our hoods to our kitchen go to the outside. Now they said that, oh, we sprayed some of the deterrent stuff so to keep the flies away. It sure as hell don't. It really does not. It really doesn't. There's also this little contraption they put on the wall that's supposed to keep flies away. It does not. It doesn't. It just doesn't work. So, I guarantee when our version of House Spectre comes rolling around, we're going to get a bad grade because of those flies. Because there's nothing I can really do about that. I have been cleaning my butt off, I have been deep scrubbing, doing all this, doing all that. Now, there's only so much one person, i.e. me, can do. I have tried to get on people about cleaning up after themselves, doing their own dishes, and yet what do I come in? I gotta do other people's cleaning, I gotta do other people's dishes, I gotta take out other people's trash, I gotta take out other people's cardboard, front and back. Gotta clean up around the dumpster because, you know, people just throw stuff on top of the dumpster. This company's gone to hell in a handbasket. And that's just a bunch of corporate bullshit. My GM is making my store worse. Is making my store a fucking living nightmare to me. Making me want to drink almost every night, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to go back. I have gotten to where I am today, and I will not recede, I guess? I don't know. I don't know what the fucking word is. I'm not smart. I never claim to be smart. I'm a simple person. All I do is make pizza, do the prep work, and for the longest time I would come in, get skeleton crewed on a weekend, have no prep work done, because everybody just uses stuff and doesn't want to replace it, and then leave their mess for others to pick up. I even had one of my employees, who's been there longer than me, tell me it is not her job to do her dishes. It is. You dirty your dish, you dirty a dish, you clean it. No ifs, ands, or buts about this. How hard is that? Apparently, it's freaking hard. This woman used to be a lunch lady. Yeah. But this example I'm about to give for what gets left for us on my shift and how much BS my GM is capable of is one day I come into work and I get told that I got to throw this heavy bag away. It's by the dumpster. It's in the little dumpster fucking trolley that we have that we put our garbage bags in. Okay. My GM says she works on a farm. She deals with cattle. She bales hay. She does all the fun stuff, you know? Because, you know, it's not her husband's farm. It's her farm. It's not. It's her husband's farm. And her husband has told us multiple times she doesn't need to be working at Casey's. She could be a stay-at-home wife, but she doesn't want to. More power to you. Whatever. That's just your pride talk. Now, I get told I have to throw this bag away. First thing when I get there, I'm like, okay. Mind you, I'm the lowest manager on the totem pole. I'm the kitchen's assistant. Why do I gotta deal with your trash first off, before I even go to the kitchen? Well, because it's too heavy. It's too heavy for me to lift up past my arms, or past my shoulders, Jake. It's just really heavy. I'm like, what's in the bag then? Did somebody leave like their bearings, or like their tire bearings for their car or whatever? Because some of the shit people leave in our garbage, I should make a goddamn forum for them. The shit I find in Casey's garbage. This would be top. I ask, well, why is it so heavy? Oh, Jake, there's a dead dog in there. There's a what? There's a dead dog in there and it's been raining all day, so it's extremely, extremely heavy. Why is there a dead dog in a garbage bag near a dumpster? We don't know. One of our first shifters was changing the trash and then saw that it was heavy and it looked irregular, so we looked at it and it was a dog. We thought it was a child at first, but it was a dog, a dead dog. Okay. First off, I don't feel right throwing this dead dog away. I do not, no, I don't feel okay doing that. Like, that made me cry. Like, I was tearing up when I did that. I love dogs. I love animals. They are better than people. Call me a pussy all you want, I don't care. I have feelings for other living beings. Do I hate humanity? Yes. Do I like certain humans as people? Like my friends? My family? Yes, I love them. Some of my customers, they're awesome people. They're great people. But do I hate humanity as a whole? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And there's reasons for that. Working at a gas station really brought out the old cynic in me. I ended up throwing the dead dog away because I was told there's nothing we can even do about that. I looked at her and said, not even if I go back and look through the footage and figured out who the hell did it, got their license plate and all that, because that is considered animal abuse.
Big red thing.
In my mind, that's animal abuse. Because your dog could have died of natural causes. Why bring it to Casey's and dump it in there? That does not make sense. It seems like you were trying to hide your evidence. One second. That works. That does not. Come at me, bitch. Does not make sense that you would be dumping a dog off at a gas station if you didn't do something to that dog. A lot of people try to justify it, saying, oh, well, maybe it died of natural causes and you had nowhere to put it. Bury it. If it was your family pet, bury your family pet. But no. It was left for me because I'm big and strong and can carry it. Now, like I said, I told my GM, if I go through the footage, is there something we could do? Like, she told me no. Okay, maybe there isn't anything we could do about it at this point in time. Whatever. I did go through that footage, and I found out who did it, got their license plate and all that, and there's still nothing I could do. But mind you, I know who that person is. And I see them. And I just walk away because I have nothing nice to say to you. And we'll never have nothing nice to say to you. Because you left a dead dog for me to deal with.
The best ever! Woohoo!
And I will never forgive my GM for that. Saying she could not lift it. Ma'am, you work on a farm. You deal with heavy shit all day. You say you do. But you're not able to lift me that? Kinda makes me think you don't. Kinda makes me think that your husband does all the work, and then you just take all his credit. That sounds familiar. It really does. That's pretty cool. And yeah. Like, it's getting to the point where if my GM even tries to talk to me and it's not about work, I'm gonna look at her and be like, don't talk to me. Like, if it's about work, we'll talk. If it's about your home life, I can care less, because I know way too much about your home life than I should know. Like, tell me one day, I walk in, you're on the phone, not even on the phone, you send a message to your friend, saying, no, you can't put it in my ass. Who are you talking to? Oh, my friend Michael. Michael's not your husband. What? But, I'm gonna end the tangent here. I have more to say about this company and about my GM and about this company as a whole. Do I think Casey's is a bad company in general? Kind of and kind of not. Good intentions, shit way of doing things. Mind you, we've reported my GM multiple times on how she treats us, how she feels like we feel like she's targeting certain people, i.e. people of color. I'm just gonna say it there. I'll go more into it later, but right now my mouth is hurting because when I was an alcoholic, I didn't take care of myself. Go figure. But I'm also getting sidetracked and all that. And I just kind of wanted to vent for a bit. And my mind's scattered brained right now. So I'm going off on tangents left and goddamn right. To where I really should have just written this out and been like, talk about this subject, but I didn't. I just wanted to get this out of my head before I snap. I guess key point to this is no matter how hard us employees try, this company does not care about the little ones, little guys. This company only cares about its pockets and making false statements. I'm still waiting on a 3-tier oven, well, 3-level oven, whatever you want to call it, that they promised me a year ago that supposedly fell off the back of a truck and went to another store. But the main point I wanted to get across is I don't feel appreciated. I never felt appreciated. The only time I felt appreciated is when I first started the company and my first GM would actually appreciate me. The same thing with my second one. Do I feel appreciated? No. No. I feel like whatever I do is the wrong thing. I feel like every day I'm there, I'm being shunned and scolded for some shit I didn't even do. To where I have to clean up other people's messes, do all the prep work, make sure that all the warmers are full, while continuously getting hit by orders and walk-ups, answering the phone, dealing with help desk, dealing with the front desk too, because customers want to get angry with my help, so I gotta go up there and deal with them while getting hit, being the only person in the kitchen on a weekend. I have plenty of horror stories, and I may talk about them again, but like I said, I just wanted to talk because I needed to talk. At this point in time, I feel defeated, depressed, sad, humiliated, and just angry. I don't want to be an angry person anymore. I just want to be happy. I just want to be the simple, happy person I always was, but I feel like I'm losing grip with reality because of this. That's really, that's really all I gotta say about this for now. Like I said, I'll continue the tangent some other time. But right now I'm getting too far into my head, and I feel like I need to stop. So if you're watching this, and if you see this, thank you for listening to me rant, rave, all that. If you don't agree, I'm sorry. Sorry I offended you. If you agree, I'm sorry. Again, that you had to listen to me. But if you did stick it through and listen, I appreciate you. And I'm not just saying that. Like I said, I'm not looking to get views, I'm not looking for any fame. I just wanted to do this YouTube thing. I always wanted to do this YouTube thing, just for fun. It's a stress reliever. I don't plan on getting big, I don't care. I just needed an outlet, and I feel like this should be a decent outlet. So like and subscribe. I'm just kidding. Don't fucking like and subscribe. If you do, that'd be awesome, but I could care less. All I care about is an ear to hear me cry before I do what I always used to do. Bottle it up, and it ending up feeling like just shaking a Coca-Cola bottle with Mentos in it and then throwing it at a brick wall repeatedly. Thank you. Peace out. Keep other people in mind.
Thirst emergency.
So, there's some things, reviewing my footage and all that, that I didn't really clear up, that I went on different tangents because one thing hit another. I wanted to clear up the whole situation between that veteran dude. Mind you, I don't want to be disrespectful towards any veteran. My great-grandfather served in World War II. My sister-in-law is a Marine. So, I have people who serve in the military in my family. Now, the reason why this man's pizza was cold, I said it was in the middle of a blizzard. Right? Said it was in the middle of a blizzard. And his instructions on the ticket, mind you, Casey's doesn't deliver their pizza personally. We outsource that, so that commercial where they say, oh, we even bring the customers to the pizza and we deliver it ourselves, is false advertisement and a lie. But the ticket stated to leave it outside in the middle of a blizzard. And I got yelled at for his pizza being cold and belittled, saying all that I didn't graduate high school, which I'm the only one out of my friend group, except for a couple, maybe like 2 other friends of mine, who actually graduated high school. So, wanted to clear that up. And, yeah.